Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rakah Kudash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I like to say Shalom to the elect, the teacher's word, and all true faith and sincerity. And today I just want to take this lesson. He shall lean upon his house, but at the end of the day, no matter what the so-called white man do, all these plots, plans, and schemes, putting time, money, and resources, sending forth his military, all this to accomplish a certain agenda. At the end of the day, it's going to come to naught, man. Throughout the centuries of passing laws and legislations, going through a numerous amount of presidents and governors and senators to accomplish, this new world order. It's going to come to naught, man. Just like building a house, and this man didn't do it properly. So when it's time to dwell in, it's going to fall, man. So matter of fact, I'm going to start off with this in the book of Jeremiah, the 49th chapter, which we see in the process of the overthrow of the so-called white man. We actually witnessing the downfall of our enemies, the destruction of America. This place is being destructured. And not just America, the so-called white man and his power structure as a whole is being destructured. There's no structure in it. So it lets you know it can't stand. And the perfection of the destruction is going to be when those missiles come. And this man down so ain't going to bounce back from that. So let's start this Jeremiah 49 verse 7. It reads, concerning Edom, see, this judgment is concerning the so-called white man. And when you read this, from verse 7 all the way down to, I believe, the 22nd verse, I think it's Jeremiah 50 or 51, going into Babylon. It's the same thing. It's the same judgment, man. Because when you read Jeremiah 50 and 51, it's talking about America, man. Because it talks about that judgment of fire. And that's what Esau going to get. So this is concerning Edom. Thus said the Lord of hosts. And that lets you know this is war talk. When you see the Lord of hosts, this is Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Is declaring war against Edom. So that's the spirit he coming in as the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. It says, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And that's one thing you don't need when you build a house. You don't want to forget how to, build. And that's what this man, he is becoming sloppy with his agenda. He's trying to sway the mind of the people. And it's not working, man. He's deceiving himself more than anybody. But that lets you know this is also a war strategy from Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. He have cut off the supply of wisdom. That's part of that green tree being dried up. This man's not flourishing concerning, deceiving the people, the masses of the people, man. Just a simple nigga now is common knowledge, dealing with the so-called Illuminati. A nigga know about the Rothschilds now. Which that was one of the things, this man, one of his strengths was dwelling in the shroud of secrecy. So he can't sway the minds of people no more. That's the Lord cutting off the supply of wisdom. It says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the Dan, for I will bring the calamity upon Esau, the time that I will visit him. And this is that time. All the way back from Cain, the serpent. The Lord allowed this man to have his course. Just so that wickedness can grow into its perfection here in this lifetime. See, now this is the time where wickedness is going to be plucked up, man. That was that process, just that serpent now have grown into that 7 head, fire breathing dragon, man. But this is the time the Lord is visiting him, man. And we seeing it. And how we know that? Because Esau's reacting to it. See, when you get hit, your reaction is ouch. You know? So that's why you hear mandates and or else or required. You know? Things of that nature to show that this man is in straits, man. And it's only going to get worse. And he's going to bring forth his frustration upon the people, man. Especially you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Natives. The Israelites. It said, if grape gatherers come to thee with the net leaves from gleaning grapes, it said, if thieves by night, see, that lets you know he's the thief. He's the robber. It said, if thieves by night, at nighttime, this is that time, they would destroy till they had enough. See, and this man is never satisfied. This is the point right here. It says, but I have made Esau bare. See, that was one of this man's strengths, dwelling in the shroud of secrecy. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. So now this man, you know, the ones that rule the planet Earth, why that had to be a task to find out. Like you say you working at a job, but you don't know who the manager is. You don't know who the boss is. This is how this man played the people, man. You know, because you might ask a Babylonian person that dwell in this world who rule the planet Earth, and they might say Biden, or they might say depend on what region you in. You know, it's the elites of Edom that's ruling the planet Earth, and also this man and his agenda is being made known as well, man. That's why nothing going for him now. That's why this man pretty much is being stopped dead in his tracks. He got to so far till the Lord said, that's it. And this is the point we at now. It says, his seed is spoiled. And that's this time right here. See, the seed goes into the latter end of you. You know? This is the time what Edom is going to be spoiled. It said, when thou cease from spoil, then thou shalt be spoiled. See? This is that time. It said, his seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. See? So ultimately, this man is going to come to naught, man. At the end of the day, all this plotting and planning, like I said, this man passed so many laws and legislations. This nigga went through so many presidents and governors and false flags and cartoons, all this to accomplish a certain agenda. And at the end of the day, this nigga gonna drop the ball. The house gonna fall apart. You know, you might close the door, then the house crash down, man. See, that's what's gonna happen to the so-called white man. At the end of the day, he's gonna come to naught. Let's see. This is the book of Job 5, verse. Verse 12. It said, he disappointed the devices of the crafty. See, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. See. So at the end of the day, let's just say you got all the tools there, but you can't work on the machine because the machine ain't there, or it's totally, you know. At the end of the day, the so-called white man is not going to accomplish this, man. And this is what's going to contribute to him coming down with great wrath, because he only got two, strengths: deception and the sword. And as we read in Jeremiah 49th chapter, the Lord have cut off the supply of wisdom. We're contributing to him, dwelling in a shroud of secrecy. Now he's been made known. He's been exposed to be the devil. What he put forth on the media, people see through that now. So now he got to lean upon that thing, But even in that, It tells you in the book of Psalms he's going to fall upon his own sword. Because ultimately those missiles, the very same that, you know, very same thing that brought forth the fabulous 50s, you know, dealing with those atomic bombs. He was able to wave that over the nation's head. Well, guess what? Now it's going to fall upon you, man. You know? So, matter of fact, let's get this in the book of Job 8. Job 8 and verse this Job 8 and verse 11. It said, can the rush grow up without mire? Can the flag grow without water? And as you see, is a question mark there. Why? Because the answer is no. You know, it can't prosper without the water, man. Which ultimately is Yahweh by small shot that give the increase, man. So you seeing now this man is being cut off on all levels. The Lord is cutting this man off. He's not giving him the power as he once had because it's being transferred to the nation of Israel. We actually in the midst of transferring the power, man. You know, people actually was, dealing with these different kingdoms being transferred. Like Daniel. Daniel actually, was in the midst and witnessed, that transfer of power. Dealing with the Babylonians to the Medo Persian Empire. He was in that time period, the right place at the right time to see that and experience that, man. But we in that light, we actually seeing the downfall of Babylon, and that power is now being transferred to the nation of Israel, and it's going to be still, it's going to be perfected when our Lord Yahweh returns, man. So it says, can the rush grow up without mire? Can the flag grow without water? No. Matter of fact, let's get that in Ezekiel. I think it's Ezekiel 31, I believe. It might be 17. Let me try that first. Yeah, Ezekiel 17, and I started 24. And all the trees of the field shall know that I, the Lord, have brought down the high tree, see, and have exalted the low tree. So, as you can see, that's the balance. The Lord is abasing the high tree, which is the so-called white man. Because he's the one who's on top. But also, this nigga is proud. He's high-minded. Pride go before destruction. But we in the process of him falling. He's been abased. And the nation of Israel, the low tree, starting with the lake of the nation of Israel, because that low goes to humble, was one of the characteristics of the elect, humbleness of mind. Oh, that's why I tell you, First Peter, humble thyself under the mighty hand of the Lord, that he may exalt you in due time. But we're in that process now. It says, and have dried up the green tree. See, this man was once prospering, but now he's being dried up. The different enchantments this man used to, continue to maintain his power. There was a point he had so many babies to sacrifice to keep everything going. And as time went on, as this truth went out more and more, they had to use more babies. They needed more wickedness. They had to use more enchantments and more rituals. To the point it don't work no more, man. This man is being dried up. Now is to the point he's reaching with things. It says, and have made the dry tree to flourish. And how we doing it? By the way of this word. This beginning stages of us flourishing, being hydrated by the way of this word. And it's only going to grow, man. This is going to go into everlasting life. But with the so-called white man, he's finna meet his fate, death, You know, it says, "I, the Lord, have spoken and have done it." See, and we seeing it now. You know, so this is back in Job 8, verse 11 again. Said, "Can the rush grow up without mire? Can the flag grow without water?" It said, "While it's yet in his greenness and not cut down, it withereth before any other herb." Yeah, because this man, you know, it might be perceived to the corner out that he still got some form of power. No, man. It said he's gonna wither before any other herb. It says, so are, because get what, at the end of the day, as I said, this man's gonna run into a roadblock, man. Out of all this this planning and scheming, the Lord's gonna allow this man to get so far till that's it. He's gonna pass away as the child. You know? It's just like you download something and it stop at 99%. Until I don't care how many times you refresh it, that's as far as it gonna go. You know? Or that's why the scripture said when he's about to fill his belly, that's when the Lord gonna rain them missiles on him, man. You know? So it says, so are the paths, see, of all that forget the Most High, because ultimately your doctrine actually has a destination. This doctrine that we have subscribed to is the doctrine of life. So ultimately that means at the end of the day, that's our destiny to live. But with the so-called white man, he puts forth his doctrine, that path, that way, ultimately is going to lead to death. Oh, that's the book of St. Matthew, the 7th chapter. That broad way is going to lead to death. Your walk, your way of life, you know, if it's dictated what the so-called white man puts forth, you're going to die. Either way, by the way of you dying in the shootout because you thought that you felt like you was right on the situation or whatever. All the way down to you having a heart attack from eating red lobster or some crazy shit. That's all from what you subscribe to, man. So how much more the one that's the source of pushing it, what it said, the wicked and his wickedness is hateful before the Most High, man. You know, so this man gonna wither away, man. So it says, so are the paths of all that forget the Most High. It said, and the hypocrite's hope shall perish. See? And what's his hope? To fulfill his new world order. It says, whose hope shall be cut off, and whose trust shall be aspired as well. And yeah, this man is gonna get himself entangled, man. At the end of the day, all this is about to blow up in Esau's face, man. It said, he shall lean upon his house, but it shall not stand. See, all these, like I said, this man throughout the century trying to accomplish the new world order and built this hedge of protection and what he was trying to set it up himself to be a perpetual ruler, man. But when you lean upon him, when you come out the oven with it, which as you see now, what he came out with, what he presented to you know, seal everything, you know, to accomplish the new world order, the crown. And it's not standing. This is what he was going to use to bring forth, you know, and introduce the NWO to ultimately have the MOTB, the thing. This is what he used. This is what he came with to accomplish that agenda. It says, but it shall not stand. And it ain't like he can call for a mulligan and try another idea. No, this is it. This man's going to lose the trust of the people if he don't act now. You know? But as you can see the results, it's not up to par, man. It said he shall hold it fast. And that's why it's 2 years in, 3 years down now of him pushing forth that crown. It said, but it shall not endure, see? Because as each day go by, you got the ones that's on the fence with the jab, you know? You seeing these people, these crazy side effects. Have supposed to be something to cure you and help you, but it's major side effects to it. You know, this is why is this man is losing power every day. Every time the sun rises and sets, Esau just he's losing, man. He's on the decline. You know, and no matter what this man do, at the end of the day, Scripture say he's gonna lose, man. You know. Matter of fact, let's get some. The book of Proverbs 3, verse 33. It said, "The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked." See, and the house represents, protection. You feel safe when you you get in your house, you close that door, you lock it. You, it's a sense of safety that comes behind it. What it said, the curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked. See, so with this man going to for safety, protection, guess what? The Lord is gonna get him, man. At the end of the day, with this man leaned upon and built, and you know, it's gonna be a curse unto him, man. It says, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. See why? Because we built this, a house upon Yahushua, that foundation, that rock. That's going to stand. Anything outside of this is going to fall apart. How much more the wicked itself, man? So matter of fact, I end off with this. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 11. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown. See, it's already set up. It says shall. It ain't say might, or it may be, or I don't know. It could probably no. It says shall. So that lets you know this is actually a commandment. This is a commandment right here. It says the house of the wicked shall be overthrown. See? Because America gonna be totally destroyed. This man and his power structure is gonna come to not. Everything this man terrorized the planet Earth for, and robbed and murdered and raped, ultimately it's gonna come upon him, man. That stash of gold and all, guess what? All that's gonna come to naught, man. He's gonna be overthrown. It says, but the tabernacle of the upright, see, the upright in heart, shall flourish, see. And when it begin the stages of that, man, and it's gonna be perfected in the kingdom, man. But at the end of the day, this man, it said he's gonna lean upon his house, but it's not gonna stand. Or it tells you, the book of Malachi tells you, the Lord said he's gonna build. The Lord's gonna allow this man to build, but he's gonna throw down, man, at the end of the day. So yeah, Akim, I just hope that we're edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Chakodash.